Hello, welcome to another game. We're here on Tombstones, match 2 of HEKP Mafia A versus the Centurions. Teams have swapped factions. Team 1, Centurions, ANS, Lobster, Captain Cupcake, Internet Explorer, Big Mini, who is Herman. Team 2, HEKP Mafia A, OSP, Salty Overwatch Fan, 2-9er, Low Expectations, and Tally 2 Time. We're on Tombstones, and as Wolf was just saying in the lobby, off camera, that it's probably going to be another Center Point massacre. And I'm inclined to agree. It looks like both teams siding up to control that middle point. No one going for some crazy flank strats. Just waiting on Lobster here. Should be ready up in just a moment.
Looks like Herman is bringing out the Corco Lord again, which I recognize as the gun battleship.
Yes. Monroe Doctrine and Manifest Destiny. How much you want to bet those are double Axfords?
Oh. The matching name themes would certainly imply that to be the case.
Yeah, Lobster's on
Since they're with the
caps.
battleship. Yeah.
And then I'm not sure what Internet Explorer is doing. Maybe Beam Destroyer quad?
They like playing like cruisers, I think. So that would be my guess.
Yeah, but he's got 4 ships. It's gonna be 2 voxels with 2 support.
2 light, 2 sprinters, I assume.
Yeah, we'll see momentarily. We're driving down with the OSP, so we do have to go through those ships first before going to the ANS. And this is a tug blob. What the fuck?
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Salty Overwatch fan. Torpedo tug blob. 100 mils on the front with anchor by a Bellbird. Shuttle. Tally 2 time also with a bunch of tugs. Okay, these are MMTs. These are a little more normal. These are dispersed, but they are torpedoes instead of your usual S2s. More punch, but less range.
They are deployed in pairs, though, which is interesting.
Yes. And it's kind of become the norm lately to do that. So you can deal with beam destroyers. 2-9er, Plasma, 450 and 250. 450 and 250. No, just 250. Hold on, is that the middle one? And the middle one's just 250. Man, I'm so glad that we named this the 56, which is definitely not going to get people mixing them up with the 65. It's a huge shout out to everybody who has dyslexia and play this game. Get fucked, I guess. We've got Shuttle with double Bellbirds. And 2 450 SLOs with a lot of hard kill on them. Sarisas and Auroras. Oh yeah. That's an old build. Oh, we've got the pyramid build. Take a screenshot of that. 1 ship, 2 ship, 4 ship, and then like 10. The pyramid build is very funny. I gotta get a. There we go. All right. Got a Herman in the Corco Lord, which is a gun battleship with S2s on the back for map control. Oh, hybrids as well. It's got a little bit of both, half and half. Captain Cupcake, as expected, double Axfords, 450s on the front, 250 in the back, which is an interesting combination. Also got, looks like he's got some rebounds. Yeah, rebounds and defenders. Putting all those together, this is so much firepower concentrated in one spot. And Explorer rocking triple voxels with 1 sprinter. Man, those are some cheap voxels. Impressive. 1 sprinter for blocking and for jamming, and for possibly soft kill as well. Yeah. Just got a beam destroyer and a whole bunch of torpedo sprinters. No, these are BLS2 sprinters. What the fuck? They got S2Hs in them, right? And we've got a couple scout reins around the edge of the map. 2 gun sprinters. And 2 reinforced, presumably Naked Boys. Oh yeah. Not even that reinforced though. A little bit. These are dirt cheap ships. Okay. This is gonna be a weird map. OSP
It's gonna be something.
going over
gonna-
the top.
They've got minimal stuff down here to contest A, and they're just going for the big B push, balls to the wall. Screw it.
Yeah, with 2 Ocellos, 1 plasma broadside ship, 100 mil turrets, and then the tug blob. That's like 8,000 points.
That tug blob is immune to S2Hs in any volume that's going to be shot out.
Yeah, with all the grazers. And probably AMMs as well. No way.
I'm only seeing like 4 grazers, so not a ton, but it's pretty resilient. Yeah.
Well, also the Ocellos have Sarissas.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah, and Auroras. Of course, the tug blobs are getting a little bit ahead of the Ocellos, which is understandable. Yeah, they're just going for it. The bulk of the ANS forces are on the bottom side of the map. They don't have that much up here that can contest this. They have some sprinters that are probably going to die for free. Where are those rounds going? Okay, Angstford's getting shelled by the Ocellos. Are they shooting the battleship? Yeah, they're shooting the battleship. Ow. No meowing. Come here.
S2H going out to kill the EWR.
Arista fire coming on it, but mostly missing.
A little bit of grape fire as well. Stage. Yeah, that's not gonna... Chaff ain't gonna help you with a command valve.
Dead.
Dead immediately.
Some of these more expensive sprinters up here are dying to the tug blob. Yeah.
It's a big problem. These don't have any restores.
Well, they managed to get off the radar for now.
450 still going after the battleship. Not doing a ton of damage. Pops out of berthing. Got this upper map control. Man, those tugs are just hard sending it against the corvettes. I don't know about that one. You need to go for this cap on Bravo. Okay, they're backing off. A little bit, still firing. Oh, plasma going into the battleship now. That's a real problem. 450 AP nose on out of Ocellos is fucking nothing. That's whatever, but they can find those plasma spots. Oh, like that. Battleship's gonna start taking damage. Start taking it real quick.
Yeah, the Capitals are prioritizing the liner now. They know they need to get rid of the plasma, or they are in trouble.
Now the box is flanking around the outside, and they might... No way. They're not in range to shoot that. Not even close to Cycle of them puts out. Explorer going to be headed for D, but it's going to be too little too late. And during this big push on top, OSP going for Alpha as well. And there's not really enough here to cover it. The voxels are here, but they don't have the best angle, and the RPF's not going to be able to kill this before it caps the point. Looks like...
Oh, there's a torp dump. Torp dump. Lots of decoys. AMMs went out, but they mostly got distracted.
They're semi-actives.
They're not gonna. Most of them aren't gonna get chaffed. That is one. That's one dead Axford. Yeah.
Clonk. Yeah. See you later.
Oof.
So remember how you were talking about maybe OSP brings just like Daniel Leonard to counter the Oops All Capitals strat? Well, they brought something different but similar, which is an armada of torp tugs.
How many reloads do they have here? That's the question. They have 7 on each. Yep, that's gonna be basically a bunch of dead capitals. They've got air, and there comes another salvo.
Alpha got capped by OSP. Oh, this game is going over the best
Oh
way.
no. I mean, actually,
Commando.
now they know they're hugging their chaff, I think, so it actually might...
Maybe,
oh, but the
but I
battleship's
don't
so
think
fat,
so.
though, it's still taking a bunch of hits.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It did a lot better, though. A lot
It
better
did.
than last time, because I think they know it's semi-active now. So they're hugging... look at that! The chaff Alleman! It's the chaff Alleman! And it's
It
natural
returns!
habitat. Chaff Alleman!
There
And
is
not the
one.
beam, actually.
There is one more salvo of torpedoes available, though.
Oh man.
They need to go after one of the experts.
Holy crap.
That expert died
That's
to a
funny.
fuel line fire. God, it's
Oof.
very silly.
Yeah.
Alright, how many more, how much more chaff you got? Wow, that was only 40% of the chaff. This thing is packing! That fast deploy on the chaff is actually such a big deal. It makes it so much more usable.
Here we go. Last dump.
Chaff Alleman going off! This is still gonna eat shit. Oh, maybe not. Okay, there's about 5 lands.
It's real damage. It's not dead immediately, but it might still lose the gunfight.
Yeah, if it took that whole salvo, it'd just be dead.
Some missiles went out for the tugs, but the grazers saved them.
They have lost
As
a lot of
predicted.
tugs at this stage.
Yeah, but those tugs have done their job.
Yeah, they've
Dealt
been taking attrition, but
more than their points.
battleship's
value
trying to get behind the
damage.
rock and knows it needs to pair up. Oh yeah, the OSP
Okay.
team's chasing them. Yeah, they know they
No.
need to confirm the kill.
Front end is cut out of this thing, so it's gonna take a long time for this to get covered.
Yeah, the BB is not going to make it, but the Oxford's going to live.
And with all the missile hits on the battleship, missiles strip armor. It's not as big of an area as plasma, but it does add up. Especially with the plasma fire earlier, this front end of this battleship is going to be very vulnerable to 450 AP. And during all this, Internet Explorer's push to Delta has kind of been stopped as he dealt with the ship on Alpha. That was finished off by a beam, but Internet Explorer's kind of stuck over here. I'm not really sure where to go. So he's migrating and just slaughtering gun corps, as Mist is talking about. Very quickly. I'm gonna be able to get that Bravo cap here soon. A huge problem for ANS.
The battleship is down to a single restore.
Oh my god. Does it have? Okay, it does have a large though that is punched
No,
out.
the large only is
it's
1
only
out
one.
of 2, so that's it. It cannot really revive.
The reinforced has one, so it can get a little extra tank by restoring the large and then restoring the reinforced and then restoring one other like normal thing on it. But yeah, it's not gonna be zombie.
The enemy is securing zone boxer.
And if this AP manages to punch out more components, yeah, there's another gun down. There's the VLS-2 launcher down.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
Oh, it's not getting any damage into the important parts. It's just these service components getting shorn off.
Foes, but I mean, they keep pursuing. I guess they're not pursuing it now. They're pulling back now. Actually, never mind. I stand corrected.
The enemy is securing zone Atlas.
And one of the corvettes is moving on to Alpha. It's eating a wall of grape, though, and it's locked. This might struggle to get the capture off. Bravo's definitely going to the OSP, no question about that. Can the ANS stay in this game? I don't know. I think this little guy's going to die out of this grape. Especially with it being locked. Oh! It's...
Enemy secured zone boxer.
OSP struggling to keep the lock secured. very important. They absolutely have to cap this point. This Misk
I
is...
think they're gonna get it. There's nothing else here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grape not quite enough.
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
And those voxels are zooming over to E.
Oh yes.
The enemy is securing Zone Dagger.
So one of the gun sprinters are up here. There's a little monitor holding the point here. What the fuck
I didn't
is
even notice this thing existed. This
It's
little
torp monitor.
goalie monitor.
Chad Grazer, 250 on the nose. Bonk. Well, that's dead. Oh, it is gonna explode. It might roast the monitor a little bit.
No, it's a magazine debt, not a reactor overload. Although it could
Okay.
cause a reactor overload, but not immediately.
Can magazine deaths cause reactor overloads?
I'm fairly sure, yeah, because they
Huh.
cause damage.
Yeah, I guess.
And, you know, if the damage hits the reactor, then it has a chance of causing the overload, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, these CLs are... I checked and they are really, like, almost 0 DC. They have 2 basic CICs. Like, they... If
Oh,
this...
yeah.
Yeah, if they get hit by torps, they're just gone. Just... Yeah, it's never... Okay, here we go. Although only 2 torps fired, maybe it didn't have enough. And there's defenders, so... I think it should be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's fine.
It is now out of torps. It's got 2 of a different type left, and that's it.
Tugs are gonna eat shit to these
Here they go.
voxels.
Called 6km, so I guess they're like a longer range variant. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
These tugs are going down so fast. Ah, voxels.
Tugs have just been like drifting all over the map, racking up kills.
And now they run into the voxels and the tugs. They're just gonna die. These voxels devour tugs.
The only problem
Yeah.
is determining when to switch to the next one.
Yeah. Which is like
The enemy
3
is
volleys,
securing
then
Zone
go.
Atlas.
Just
The
gamble
enemy
it,
is
fuck it.
securing Zone Dagger.
PDR. OSP back on Alpha. They don't have the point yet. What's going on Delta? Yeah, this voxel's trying to shoot through this monitor. That's gonna take a long time by itself. Even though this thing is kind of crappy. What's got an Intel Center? And it doesn't really have much in the way of survivability. So that AP will chew through it before too long. Another tug getting downed. Here he goes. OSP probably gonna be able to cap the alpha point, which is a big problem.
Both of the teams have taken pretty big damage, but the OSP's in a better position now. They can concentrate all their combat power on killing these voxels.
Secured Zone
While the
Dagger.
Alliance team, yeah, they're just split up all over the map. So
Yeah. OSP descends on these voxels with the bulk fighters and the cellos. They're just done. 250 and 450 in the broadside is a death sentence.
Sadly, I see no practical way for Alliance to turn this around. They just don't have any caps that they can make to, you know, apply any real threat.
Not
well, they'll
really.
be capping D soon, but
They
yeah,
already got
they
it.
don't really have any. Oh, they do. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
the
blind,
monitor got
never mind.
defanged. The real problem is these voxels are going to move on to alpha. They're going to cap it. Then they're in the middle of the map. And OSP is here and here in force. Oh my god, are they here in force? Let's get a picture of this.
the voxel on D took a single torp hit. If If it takes one more, it's dead. But as it is now, it's basically fine.
Yeah, but those 100 mils falling up the torped in the flank like this, we're gonna start chipping components away. Oh yeah, okay, I'll get shot out almost immediately.
MLS3 does have torps,
Yeah, but will
but
it
the
survive?
magazine's out.
He got shot out. And it's gone! So not going to be able to retake Delta, but they are going to keep that voxel pinned up there. It's important. Anus needs as much firepower in the middle of the map as they can get. Both Frederick's themselves playing it a little safe. They found the beam destroyer. Goes in that cover. Destroyer's locked. Just trying to get something done. OSP has Echo secured. I'm sure he needs to run right now. Now the bulk freighters are descending. It's over.
Yeah, I think this is just a done deal. This game right here.
Zone Atlas.
Like, the Axford is forced to move up to B very slowly rather than help with the fight in the middle because they got nothing else to recap that.
Yeah.
So by the time it gets there and caps, the voxels are going to be dead.
With its nose thrusters shot out, it's kind of struggling to get the correct angle. So it's not moving at the speed that it could be. Voxel's punishing the plasma bulk freighter a little bit. HE into the top side of the spatula bulker.
The voxels have done a very good job of just dancing around this middle rock and keeping themselves
Internet
included from the death ball.
makes me fucking crazy because he's really good at that. And it makes me lose my mind sometimes when I'm playing against him. I'll chase him around with missile ships and he'll just dance around. Oh. It's really good.
Oh, and the Cello has come up here to D to go kill this voxel now. The third ship has come up here to try and recap, and I think it is going to kill this voxel because it's got like no DC
Yeah.
or any survivability whatsoever.
Yeah, the SL is going to win this fight very quickly. 450 AP in the flank like this. Look, Voxel can get turned around, it has a chance, but oh my god. Yeah.
We are contesting zone dagger.
It's kind of weird. You get more raw stats out of the small whip, but it is less survivable.
Yeah, it is a choice that I can see the reasons for making. Whether it's worth it.
However, yeah.
You know, it's not like it's strictly suboptimal. Like, there is a reason why you might want to do it, but I don't know.
No, however, I think it's really risky, especially if it's your only engine. I could see you doing that. Small whip, big
Yeah, if you
dragon is
have-
like really good.
Yeah, if you have another one, then definitely. But as a single engine, although, you know, who are we to say, because these Acels have been zipping over the map in this game and
In the
doing
hand.
pretty good, so.
And this SL is not going to get punished for his choice either. Even though he's getting shot in the flank quite a bit. It's just not quite enough to kill that whiplash.
We are contesting zone Atlas.
He's ever getting zoned out of the delta point. Which is something at least.
The enemy is securing zone dagger.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Voxels in the middle of the map getting crunched by Tug, 2 bulk freighters. and a cello. Probably another tug around here somewhere. Man, all these tugs are fucking dead. Look at it.
Yeah, that's a lot of tugs. You know, when I said this would be an 8-point graveyard, I didn't think it would be like this kind of an 8-point graveyard.
Yeah.
I thought we'd have a big fight in the start of the match, not at the end.
Yeah, this has certainly been a weird one. I'm glad that it went this way to a degree, because this means match 3, baby! It's also nice to see OSP wins, because in the last tournament set, it was all ANS wins. Beam DD's strong. Honestly surprised we haven't seen more Beam Destroyers.
Yeah, me too, honestly. I thought there would be more than just one per game, but I mean, I guess having the one... Well, there has been one every game in both games so far, so...
Yes.
Yeah. Another thing that's cool about this is that, like, instead of the relatively, like, moderate, safe play of, like, you know, slowly developing around the map and taking the opportunities and doing the scout war for, like, 15 minutes and then finally, maybe later, getting into a big cap fight, OSP just like, nah, we're just throwing everything. Screw the center point. We're just throwing everything at one of their naturals. Screw it. And it worked for them.
It did. It worked really well. And that sort of play, if you pull it off, it's really strong. It's just hard to pull off. It takes a lot of coordination. It takes the right builds. And it takes your opponent not being ready for it as well. And that was like... It's funny, we were talking about this with Party Ari Sally Mully earlier, is how Coliseum games normally look when we do events on Saturdays, and yeah, this sort of mad bloodbath is definitely the usual. Still scuffle on Delta. Ines, Cap, and Bravo with that Axford. Not out of this yet. They're 100 points down, and they're sort of getting trucked. Here comes the battleship. But, that gunfire is not really doing that much. I guess Herman's still got a side that's not plasmid. Oh, thank you. A little bit of light from the middle of the map there. Yeah, that's not very plasmid. At all, actually. I think there's a couple blast marks from missiles. Otherwise, this starboard side is more or less intact armor-wise.
This fight up on D is being a little mismanaged. Okay, there we go. We swapped AP. He was firing HE at the Voxel's bow for a while, which wasn't really cutting it. Well, not really bow tanking that much. So, but now it's swapped to AP and it looks like getting the bow online, so.
Same thing is happening in the middle of the map. There's an SL that's pushing and it's eating HE in the nose, and which is doing almost nothing. Battleship has the belly gun in a dream. Starting to shell one of the bulk freighters. What's the track like? That's not terrible. It's just eating so much fire from so many different directions. Ain't no way this thing makes it onto Alpha. They don't have any plasma anymore, I don't think. Might. This plasma ship? Oh yeah. I don't have the torps. Battleship might just be able to tungsten forehead its way to victory. Oh, that would be so cursed. This does have 3 caps. They're down about 80 points. They should lose Delta, but Cell is off the point for some reason. The people have been talking about that in the text chat for a little bit. So it's attempt to cap Echo, but the tug parked here, which is a little black. is still armed, so that Nikki Boy is not going to be able to cap the point. Battleship is. I'm surprised none of these other ships have descended onto Alpha to keep control of it. None of the armed ships thought it was a good idea to park on the point and make sure that it doesn't get flipped.
The enemy is securing
Which
zone
seems like
A.
another big mistake. Battleship now taking fire on its blackened side. And that damage is adding up very quickly.
The enemy secured zone Atlas. The enemy is securing zone Eclipse.
I don't know quite how the Alliance has done this, but they're somehow almost conjured a 5 cap out of like thin air, basically.
Ship on
Out of
Echo
like
Tide?
2 tin cans and a bunch of string, they've almost assembled a 5 cap if D wasn't about to be taken here.
Dagger.
Yeah,
I
the
feel OSP just got cocky, honestly. Like, they kept throwing those tugs in needlessly. That bloodbath was on them. And then these line ships died, like, basically for free.
I think they're still gonna take it, but this is a lot closer than it needed to be.
We'll see.
OSP lost kind of lost a bit of the mojo. Like they, as soon as the second half came in, they like half of them are going in, and half of them are being really cagey in these fights. They don't want to lose these big assets despite having like twice as many as the enemy team. Like this fight on D was super cagey from Cello. This battleship hasn't been rushed yet.
Alright, the Sprinter getting zoned out of Echo by the 250 Bulk Fighter, but it's eating a lot of fire for its trouble. And it could have secured that Echo point. It would have been real close.
this-
It's still going to be close.
If this Cello can't get Delta and this Bulker down here can't knock this battleship off Alpha, ANS might have this.
Well, I think the
I
SL is
think
going to
it
get
can
Bravo.
knock this. I think
I mean,
this can knock.
The Ocello
Because Cake's not
was gonna have to
moving.
fight
like
it's gonna have to fight the Axford for B, so I don't think it's gonna be able to take that soon. The Bulker's gonna be able to get C, and then they'll hold E.
The beam?
So-
Beam's gone. Yeah, okay, they're good. They're
They
good.
should be able to get a 3 cap and just barely squeak this out.
Yeah,
should.
They've
Should.
got C. They've got C, so it's fine. This beam being dead was probably decides it, I think.
Yeah, I'm still just flabbergasted in both games. ANS not bringing very many beams.
The enemy is securing zone
I think that could have decided, like, made a big difference. Both games. Corco lowered, eating.
Battleship is no longer armed. The only thing keeping A in the fight is that there's no weapons on it right now. Again, OSP just not having shit on points despite disarming all the enemies. Yeah, I think
Oh, yeah,
Cello
here's the
loses
duel.
on Bravo.
Yeah, here's the Bravo duel happening. The Ocello is not aligned, which is becoming a common theme here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about.
I mean, they knew the Axford was there, right?
Yeah, they had to have.
There's the C cap. I was gonna say that they don't have a tug on A, but they're all gone. Like this one is disarmed.
The enemy secured zone combat.
And no ceremonial arming missiles. None of these tugs have ceremonials, and Battleship doesn't either. Actually costing them.
Yeah, but that's Charlie. I think that's the ball game.
There's also another duel developing on E between the light cruiser and the Bulker, but like the one on B, I don't think it's going to resolve quickly enough for anything to actually happen.
No, no way.
And the destroyer here can't really recap C. It's going to die. There it goes. Right as I say it. Yeah, so OSP squeaks it out.
Probably. Stranger things have
Where's your ceremonial arming missiles, boys? I'm getting sloppy. So many points like lost because nobody had size 1 offensive in the chat box this game.
So still not turned properly, eating 450 HE in the broadside. Axford also eating 450 HE, but it's not really doing anything. Go on, Course, that's doing a crazy amount of damage. All clustered in the command stack. Oh my god. This thing's gonna go out of command here in a second. If it eats another volley like that. Missiles? Oh, S1s. I got something. Oh, those are aim-ins. I see. So this player is kind of new, I guess, or maybe doesn't know some stuff. Definitely wasn't a blue.
Adequate solo performance, but given the weakness of the enemy and the places they're pushing, hard to put it that. Still, played up, Echo. Job done. Delta even.
Yeah, that's that cell's gone. Knocked down to auxiliary steering only.
Yeah, this thing's just gonna die a slow death, so ANS does secure Bravo. What's going on Echo? It's coming down to this. It's too late. No way. They're 50 points down, and OSP's 40 points from the end. 32.
Yeah, this thing isn't disarmed either. Closer than it ever should have been. Look at those team stacks. Everything is dead. Holy shit.
Mega dead, dude.
Man, what the heck just happened?
Bloodbath, baby. Oh yeah,
That was
that's why
crazy.
we're here. You know, I like the slow strategic games that the Seals do are really cool, and they're probably the better way to play. But these kinds of mad matches are so much fun.
We can switch from the chess to the boxing part.
Yes. Yes.
Now we see
Oh.
who everyone plays with concussion, which is going to be fun.
Can't wait to get into this after action report and see what the damage numbers are like. They're going to be huge. What do you think, Kitty? Cat refuses to meow. Only when it's annoying. Alright, here we go. Just over 20k on the Axfors, 13 on the battleship. Oh man, almost. Well, over 45,000 on the Vox.
That's all tugboats.
7k on
So
the
many tugboats.
Beam Destroyer. Not very much on the scouting ships. All right, now we gotta see OSP. God.
Tugboats themselves are racking up like 5,000 damage per tug on those torps.
My God, and that's almost 6k.
Not huge damage out of the OSP, honestly. Like decent.
30,000 damage on the tugs.
I mean, I think that's just purely because there's way more stuff on OSP for these guys to mow down. Like, so much meat with all these tugboats.
Oh, and a lot of the MMTs didn't get anything done. They just got schlonked by missile sprinters.
I will say that's the first time I've seen those missile sprinters like shut down that conducively. They just got rolled over. And they still did like 8k damage.
Yeah. Alright. It was a good game. Let's look at the list here.
Well-
Oh, looks like people are coming back.
Are you still recording, Doug?
That was yeah.
Are you still recording? Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
So, tell me about that Bravo push. Did presumably y'all had that in mind when you were picking builds?
Yes, we had that at the start. We were like, all right, Bravo push. And then we saw BBCH with EW Arnrick. Pivot. Immediate.
Okay. Okay. So Torp Tug Swarms aren't really that meta right now.
I
Because of
I love
elections.
them.
But
They
okay.
should be meta. They're very
They should be.
strong.
Okay, I was just
They
asking
should be. They fucking should be.
what that was about. All right, cool.
They
I
either
also want-
soft killed or took them.
As with most things, it's how you use the tool, not what the tool is. And they use
For
it very
sure.
well, I think.
Fucked up there because I was like moving the direction away from the chaff box, so I ended up drifting the chaff. Did soft kill a lot, so I didn't get killed immediately. And then
Yeah, like merging with your chaff saved you there basically. Without hugging your chaff, you would have just been
yeah,
murdered.
but
I got some great
I-
screenshots I just put in the pit of the chaff element. It was great.
it'd be better if I managed to accelerate a bit faster, because then the SH would have missed a bit more. It did soft kill a lot, but not really enough with that weight of fire there. It was mostly the guns did the damage there. She didn't get hit much by the torpedoes. One Oxford did get annihilated though.
Yes. All right, that was a good game. I'm gonna close this out. Y'all figure out what you want for the next match. Map.
Yep.
And we'll be back. There was that. I don't have too much in the way of concluding thoughts. I think we covered everything at the end there. Man, it was a good game. Bloody game. I really like these tournament games. I like when they're slow and steady and strategic. It's very satisfying of a watching experience. But I know for folks who are maybe a little more casual in Nebulos, but still enjoy watching these sorts of videos, it's not quite as enjoyable because you don't understand all the like millions of fucking dumb nerd shit going on behind the scenes of those sorts of matches, and so it's kind of hard to keep up with. It's also slow, and some folks just like smashing spaceships together, and hell yeah. That's a lot of fun to do. I need to ready up. Oh my fucking god, dude. That can't be right. There weren't that many missiles fired. It must be counting decoys. So I hope that was a very enjoyable experience for you, dear viewer, whether you are a casual or a serious player. Bloodbaths are fun! Oh, we love violence down here at the Coliseum. If you are interested in matches like that, violent, bloody, a little maniacal, perhaps, come on down. I've got a Discord link in the description. Or if you just want to learn how to play Nebulos better, that's another great reason to come down. I don't remember if this made it onto video or not, but we were talking earlier about what games look like in here, and we kind of split 50-50 between hardcore stack versus stack of good players and relaxed learning games with new people coached by experienced people. Or even experienced people who maybe aren't that good and want to get better, coached by more experienced people. If any of that interests you, come on down, join. Discord link in the description below. There are absolutely no requirements whatsoever for participating in this environment. I wish you a good night, dear viewer. I'll see you in the battle space.